We are here. Or, yes, we are. Hello. Hello, hello.
Hello, we are back, and I am here today, ladies and gentlemen. First off, let me go and apologize to Toshiba. First off, I'm so sorry. I left you out here all by yourself to have that conversation. It was a good conversation too, and I'm like, dang, I wanted to be there, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to take a little quick nap. Thought my alarm was set. Man, woke up 10 o'clock. Well, after I got a few phone calls.
Because I was legitimately concerned. If you watch the show, I literally was like, I'm getting off so I can find out what the heck happened to you. I was hoping it wasn't a health scare or something happened. But if you guys don't know, Twins gets up at, is it 2 or 3 in the morning?
Too.
2 in the morning to get to work. So he graces us and then has to go back to sleep just to get back up. So I am so grateful that you were okay. And as usual, Mr. was here and helped me get through the show. So I am so very grateful. And it was a good conversation. If you guys did not, if you were not here last week, go back and watch last week's show where I talk about the myth of the strong Black women. And I read an excerpt from my book called No Handouts for Black Girls, which if you do not have, you should get a copy for the woman in your life. No handouts for Black girls. It's out here changing lives. So make sure you get a copy. But before we get into this week's show, which is all, woo and romantic, how was your week, Twin?
The week is very productive, busy. It's a good busy. It's work busy, but very good. It's kind of good because it's also we don't celebrate it here, but it's Columbus holiday, whatever you want to call it. So the kids got the whole week off. So traffic is good.
What? The whole week?
Yeah, though not
I
just
thought it
not
was
just
a day.
not just the Monday. They got the whole week off, fall break. So they kind of combine down here in the south. So they get them that Monday off, and then fall break. These kids get a break every other week or every season. But outside of that, traffic's good. Work's been good, busy but good, very productive. So no complaints over here. All is well. How are you doing, you lovely self?
Well, I love that for you. What was so funny is I guess your Columbus Day is our Thanksgiving. So we had Thanksgiving on Monday. So it was
Oh wow.
Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was Thanksgiving weekend. So we had a long weekend. I'm gonna have an extra long weekend because I had a half a day off today and I have a half a day off tomorrow. But
Ooh,
nonetheless, yeah. So it was Thanksgiving weekend. Well, I'm forced to take vacation time. So, long story short, I have a bunch of vacation time piled up and loo time piled up because my work, because I'm on salary, doesn't give us overtime clearly.
right.
So, during the award show, when I work 16, 17-hour days straight for 7, 8 days in the year, they just accumulate it and give me loo days. So, I got an email saying, hey, you need to take your loo days and all of your vacation because I'm only allowed to carry over 5 days and I have all these days piled up. So I just had to take like random days here and there. And now, twins, I think I told you this, but I'm sending myself on a vacation for my birthday. So I was like, since you guys want me to take time off, you know what? I'm going to take time off and I'm going to get the hell out of here.
Nothing wrong with that. That's a one right
So
there.
yes, I'm taking myself to Cuba. I'm watching this all inclusive in Cuba. So I'm taking myself to Cuba because I don't believe in staycations because my staycation is me literally like tearing my house apart and moving things around and I don't want to do that. I want to be on a
You
beach
working? Hmm.
and exactly still working just in the house. So I'm going to be on a beach in a bikini and I'm going to get content for the show because you guys said you want to see more behind the scenes of my life. And since it's fairly boring, I'm going to gonna take you when it's actually exciting. And I am on vacation celebrating my birthday. So nonetheless, either way, my week has been good. I'm taking all these forced little vacation days, but it is ramping up to be busy for us as well. And listen, when we are employed, we should be grateful and thank God because the job market I heard isn't great for those who are unemployed. And you guys know the best time to look for a new job is when you have a job. So if you're
Fact.
not happy in your job, don't wait until they're unhappy with you or you quit. Get a new job when you have a job because the job market is unkind to people who do not have jobs. Any kind of gap now in your on your resume,
Mm-hmm.
fill it with a business. If you have a gap in your resume, say that you have a consulting business, register yourself as a business, get a couple of your friends to say that your clients, this is the hack that I'm giving you, and do not have there be a gap in your resume, especially at our big age. Because ageism really is a thing, because they have to pay us more than the young whippersnappers. They can get straight out of college and pay them significantly less. So
Not
take
the
it from me.
whippersnappers.
But right now, how old am I by saying young whippersnappers? However, I digress. So this week's show is something that is near and dear to my heart, and it is the topic of love. LOVE. Because I am a lover girl. But you know this is fuck your feelings, so as usual, you know I'm going to put a different spin on it because there's so many people who use that word and throw it around and can use it as emotional manipulation, and they use that word love and they use love as a crutch. But what really is love? What does it really mean? What does it feel like? How does it act? Right? Because, we talked about it on the show. Love is not just a noun, it is a verb, it is an action word. When someone loves you or you are loved by someone, there is particular acts that happen. Someone just doesn't say, I love you, they act on being in love with you. And so I really wanted to sit down and break this down. And I'm going to start with what the definition of love is. And then I'm going to talk from a male female perspective as we normally do on this show. What does love, like when you fall in love with someone, what does that look like? What does that feel like? And how do you know that you are being loved? And I actually took Twins is going to hate that I did this, but I took a trip down memory lane and I found a clip of me and my ex talking about this very topic. So if you're new here, Fuck Your Feelings was started 4 years ago by me, but at that time I was in a relationship with my ex. And we talked about love quite a bit because, again, we talked about love as much as we loved each other. It was not the basis of our relationship. So I took a trip down memory lane and I actually have a clip that I may or may not play during the show about us talking about love. But to start the show off, before we get into the definition that is on Wikipedia, Twins, what do you think love is?
What do I think love is?
Yeah.
It's a word. Of course. Right. I mean, it's a feeling.
Okay.
Um, it's kind of hard to really explain like what love is. I mean, I guess you can throw in emotional or connection with somebody, but once you have been in love or been in a serious relationship, you need more than just love for it to stick like glue. So love is just not just the thing that holds it all together anymore for me. For me personally, that's twins. For twins, love is good, but love comes and go. So I need a little more than love. But love is of course when you're young, it's the oh I love you, you love me too, and yeah, I, it's kind of hard. It, I would say maybe I would say this. When it comes to, I'm trying to be nice tonight because you're happy
No,
about
you
it.
don't have to be nice. You know what show you're on.
The best way I can explain love for a man's point of view is if you have a dog, that dog loves you unconditionally. Doesn't matter what you do, he will always be by your side, lay next to you. He could have chewed your brand new shoes up. You could have tore his butt up, but guess what? 20 minutes later, he lay next to you with the sad puppy eyes, and you run next to him, and y'all cool like it never happened. That's unconditional love. Doesn't matter. He loves you regardless. Versus with a woman, it's based on what you do or what happened based on how you get to love him. But I'll stop right now. Go ahead. What's love to you, young lady?
So let me actually start by it's so interesting that it was so hard to define something that we all say that we've experienced, right? isn't it interesting that when you experience something, most things we experience, we can talk about it, right? Good, better, and different. You had this experience, and this is what it felt like, and this is how you know you were going through it. But love seems to be this mythical, magical thing that we can't seem to define, but somehow we know when we're in love and we want to tell people how they should love us, but we don't really know what love is. See how I'm having this conversation? Because as two people who know that they want to marry again, I think it is so important to ensure our success in our second marriage that we really start breaking down what this concept is other than this ethereal thing that lives out there that people say because they feel something. So for me, love is a feeling, a thought, and an action. Okay. When you love someone, you can't help but to feel it. But when you love someone, you're also thoughtful about the person you love. And your thoughts about the person you love are very different than the people that you do not love. And, we'll break down the fact that there are different types of love, but for the purpose of this show, we're talking about romantic love, right? So if I romantically love you as my partner, I am not going to treat every man that is in my life the same as you because my feelings for you are different, my thoughts for you are different, and the way I act towards you and about you is different. So when I think about the people I have loved in my life, and they're far and few between, I can tell you I was obsessed with that person, right? How I felt about them felt like nothing I've ever experienced before. How I thought about them, I had the utmost respect for them. I thought about them in the most, even when I was angry at them, right? Like I thought about them in the most pleasant way, and the way I acted towards them or acted with them was very different. So that's how I know that I'm in love, because I might feel something and I'm like, yeah, I don't really give a fuck if you're around tomorrow. Ooh, that was a nice feeling, right? Ooh, that was great. And sometimes that feeling can come after sex. You don't know after sex sometimes, this is why you do not make decisions. Do not make any decisions about anything after sex. Okay, don't make. And although women, it is the perfect time to ask a man for something is after sex because he is woo, but we should not be making any major decisions after sex because we have this feeling, but maybe an hour after, the feeling is gone, right? So for me, it's more than just a feeling. I have to have the thought, and then my actions start to align with, because I don't treat every man the same. I could be dating five men. The man that I fall in love with is the man, like, first of all, the other four are gone, but that's the man that I act differently towards. So that's my definition of love. But let's go to what Wikipedia says, and then we're going to go into some things. So, Wikipedia, love. Love is a feeling of strong attraction, affection, emotional attachment, or concern for a person, animal, or thing. So you were talking about the dog, right? It is expressed in many forms, encompassing. How about I'm not so Jamaican? Encompassing a range of strong and positive emotional and mental states, from the most sublime virtue, good habit, deepest interpersonal affection to the simplest pleasure. An example of this range of meanings is that love of a mother differs from the love of a spouse, which differs from the love of food. Love is considered to be both positive and negative, with its virtue representing kindness, compassion, and affection, the unselfish, loyal, and benevolent concern for the good of another, and its vice representing a moral flaw akin to vanity, selfishness, amour propre, and egotism. It may also describe compassionate and affectionate actions towards other humans, oneself, or animals. In its various forms, love acts as a major facilitator of, listen to the word I kept saying last week if you were here, interpersonal relationships, and owing to its central psychological importance, is one of the most common themes in the creative arts. Love has been postulated to be a function that keeps human beings together against menaces and to facilitate the continuation of the species. I'm going to stop here for a second. I think that's the part that I think people need to understand. Love between two independent people or one independent person will never work. Love requires interpersonal relationships because you're interdependent, not independent, interdependent on each other. So I'm pausing so that people understand when you are in a position where you are trying to love someone who is believes I don't need you, I don't need you. If a woman is saying I don't need you, I just want you around, run, run. What ladies, if a man is saying, I want you around, but I don't need you, you can go at any point because I can replace you, bye, run, run, run. Because how can I depend on you if you don't really need me? How can I have an interpersonal relationship with you, which requires connection, if you're saying I don't really need you? Listen to these words, it's important. Twins, I love your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I totally agree. It just can't be one sided. It has to be both parties need to be striving for the same goal, right? Now, it may not happen directly at the same time, in most cases. I mean, sometimes it does. It's just one person's waiting for the other person to do it. Like you
Hmm.
kind of know that feeling when when you're ready to drop that four-letter word. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been through some things of X, Y, Z, but once y'all kind of establish the feelings for each other, and y'all say those things, and y'all really mean it. You're not saying just to say it. Then it takes work. Okay, you're at the top of the hill, and no, you're not going down. You still climbing up. You're still going up. You're not going down. So you still have to keep pushing. So yes, it takes two to make a thing go right.
It takes two to make it out of sight.
That's what I
So
learned.
that was a good thought. Apparently, there are six forms of love. There's familial love, friendly love, platonic love, romantic love, self love, guest love, and divine or unconditional love.
God damn, that's a lot of love. That's a lot of love.
It is a lot of love. And that's why people need to distinguish what type of love they feel for someone before
Mhm.
they say those words because it is like, it, I'm going to tell you, as a woman, when a man looks me in my face and tells me, I love you, Toshiba, that is a whole different ballgame. Not I lust for you, not I want you, not I care about you, not I cherish you. I love you.
Mm.
That has elevated our relationship. It takes it to that next level. So if the type of love you feel for me isn't something that you think is going to be enduring, do not tell me you love me. Tell me I got you, I care about you. Do not tell me you love me.
Has anyone ever told you, they told you they love you, but have anyone ever told you, hey, I'm in love with you?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Because that's the difference too. You
Absolutely.
can love
There
someone.
is a huge difference.
I love you and I'm in love with you. That's levels.
See, even when they talk about it, they talk about the platonic love, romantic love, and unconditional love. Because you can have romantic love for someone, but still not feel like it could ever be unconditional. Although there are people who would say love always comes with a condition, other than familial love is between a parent and a child. There are
Right.
others would say, I will love somebody to the moon and back. I have felt what it's like to be in love with someone and someone being in love with me. It is a different feeling. And I want people to be careful. Honestly, especially at our big age. where it means, I think it means a heck of a lot more in my 40s than it did in my 20s. This is Toshiba speaking. A man coming to me at 40, I'm almost 46 years old, and telling me he loves me is very different than a man coming to me when we were 26. Our prefrontal cortex had just developed and we hadn't experienced really anything. Okay, we hadn't experienced really the ups and downs of life yet. Most of us hadn't experienced it. But in our 40s, we have seen some things. We have probably had children. We have lost loved ones. We have gotten married and potentially divorced. We have gone through some things. So if at 40 something you are incapable of understanding the power of those four-letter words, you need to remove yourself from being in relationships. And I think that and I think saying I have love for you, because you can have love for somebody. I've had love for people, right? I love the way they make me feel. Like I love certain aspects about them, but when it comes to loving them, are they my person? No, they're not person, but I have love for them. So I even question, would you even, if you didn't feel that type of romantic love or that kind of affectionate, do anything for you love for someone, would you even bother to say the words at this point in your life? Like, I got love for you, would you say that, or would you just like not even bother?
You can say I got love for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not harmless. You can't. I mean, it depends on the person. Some people say if you just say the word, they go head over heels. If you just say the word, so you gotta be careful. Like you have to read the room or read the person you're talking to, because you just
Read
can't.
the room is so true.
I mean, we all seen the movie. If you haven't, it's Martin Lawrence in a movie called Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
In line to love and hate, boy.
He told the woman that he loved her, and when she said, "Do you really love me?" Like, yeah, I love you. And he wasn't serious. He was just saying because he was trying to get the draws. But once he said them words, they, something switched, something clicked, and she
Yes,
lost.
there's something definitely split.
And she lost
You bring up a good point. Let me tell you something. Men at this big age, you do not have to lie to get into a woman's panties. Quite frankly, you would probably get more if you told the truth.
be up front.
I will respect a man more who says to me, listen, I think you're great, but I don't want anything long term. I would love to give you the best next couple of months. We can travel together, we can date, we can do all the things, we can have great sex, but I'm just not in a space where what you want in terms of a long term commitment is what we're going to do.
Mm.
Give me the option to say, you know what, fuck, let's do it. Let's make this best next 3, 4, whatever months we have, and let's travel. Let's do all those things, and let's have sex on the balconies of all the places that we go to. But I'm gonna have fun because that's where I'm at. Instead of lying, because that lying about love after that shit is real and it will turn women crazy, especially now in our
Good.
40s. We're perimenopausal. We're going into menopause. We got all this crap going on. Our hormones are all over the place. We will off you. I'm not even joking. This is not it. You want to lie to them little girls in their 20s? Sure. At my big age, don't lie to me.
You don't got time for it.
Because what is the point? What is
Time.
the point? Like, what is the point? But if he says that you're still going to give him the draws, I may. I actually may. Listen, you notice I said all the things that I like to do. He said we're going to go travel the world. We're going to go on great dates. We're going to do all of those things. So I can either take the man who's telling you the truth or the chocolate covered lies. I don't want the chocolate covered lies.
You
I'll
gotta.
take the man who gives me the truth for 100 hours. And get a few vacation and great dates and great memories over. But now you've also given me the option. You have given me the choice. And this is going to sound awful. I'm going to say something that's going to sound awful. I do not promote cheating, but I'm going to tell you something. The most successful cheaters are men who tell women that they're married up front because you take away the element of a woman saying, "Well, I didn't know. I didn't know you were married." When a man says, "Listen, sweetie, I'm married. I'm married. I like you. I'm married. I'm not going to leave my wife, but I
Yep.
can give you. I can give you a great life. I can give you a great life. But I'm not going to leave my wife. I've got a good thing going, but I'm as long as it's good." That is a hell of a lot more successful than the man who takes off his wedding ring, goes to the bar, and tries to live this double
Hmm.
life thing. Not
That's
gonna work.
yeah. Honesty, policy is really it. I totally agree.
You
And
don't have to lie. Go ahead, Quinn.
no, I'm saying at the point, and they let me know up front. I said, listen, I'm married. I'm not leaving her. So let's be very clear now. And
That part is important. I'm not
yeah,
leaving her.
and I'm not leaving her. And the first time you saw a sign that you're gonna act a little crazy, I'm out of there because I'm not leaving her. Regardless what I'm doing, I don't care how you feel, but you're not doesn't matter. I'll deal with that, whatever my demons, whatever it may be. But you're not gonna bring drama to my life. I already got enough drama. That's probably why I'm not talking to you. So if you manage to that, I'll find someone else. I need someone who's gonna be my peace. And plus being the benefit of the peace, you get nice things, you might buy you stuff, might go out, not you know, certain places, can't go out everywhere, but you know what I'm saying. But as soon as you ruin that piece, on to the next one. But once again, I'm still not leaving my wife though. I love her. And that's a whole nother topic too.
Well,
Men
it
can
is a whole nother part, but it's honesty. And I think, and Mr. Chu, the reason I say may is because it depends on the man. Let's be serious. I'm not going to do that with just any man. Like I'm just not. I'm not going to give that option to just any man. So I say may because it depends on the if the man is somebody I want to be doing all those things with. Like there could be a guy who says all of that. I'm like, I wouldn't do that with you ever. So no, I'm not going to do it. But if it's a man, let's be serious. At this point in my life, I've gotten to the point where I might just have somebody tag me into their relationship because dating out here is getting rough for a sister. So at some point, if somebody wants to tag me in, okay, tag a girl in. And if it's the type of man that I want, I will consider it. The point is, I need to also want him. Like it's not a man saying that to me that I don't want. It's the man that I want. And if he says, "Listen, we want each other. This is just not long term." If I want to be with him, I'm going to write out those 6 months. I'm going to write out those 6 months instead of sitting around with some chocolate covered lies of men I don't want. We will do a lot of things for them. It's the thing about it. We will do a lot of things for men we want. Men don't have to lie to us and use words like love and all of that stuff. If we, I know I'm busting out the secrets and ladies hate when I do that, but if we want you, we just want you. So the men we want don't have to lie to us. It's the men we don't want that end up like you don't like, seriously. If you are the man of on paper, the man of my dreams who comes in exactly the package that I want, you do not have to lie to me. You tell me what it is, and now you're giving me the option. And more than 99.9%, I'm probably going to go with the option that you're presenting because I want you to. But when I don't want you, sorry,
makes sense.
Mr. says women want men that other women want. So married men is proof that other women want him.
That's true.
And that is true. Listen, listen. I have said to my single male friends, I've said, if you wanna, if you wanna increase your chances, this is awful. I shouldn't say this, but if you want to increase your chances of getting laid, um, especially when you're out of town, put on a wedding band and sit at the bar. You also have to be attractive. Now, don't like. I think people need to take this like with a grain of salt. You also have to be. You also have to be attractive. There's certain things that you still have to qualify, but you also have to be attractive. But there's something like women like men who want to commit. I was actually talking to someone recently, and I said to them, you know how I talk about on the show, I like to fail fast, right? How do I fail fast? I listen to things that people say in conversations, and then I decide, okay, you know what, this is going to work and not going to work. So I was recently talking to a gentleman, and he said that marriage scares him. He says that marriage scares him, and he's watched his friends who are married do some things, and he's had some married women who wanted to date him, and so the concept of marriage scared him. And I listened and I asked questions, and I got off the phone. And when he texted me later, I said, "Thank you for the conversation. However, we are on different pages, and I just don't want to waste each other's time." Why? A man who says that marriage scares him hasn't readied himself to be a husband. I have been a wife. I know how to be a wife. I'm ready to be a wife again. And so I don't have the time or patience to try to convince any grown man that marriage is a beautiful, wonderful thing. So if a man is already saying to me, marriage scares him, I'm out. We're not aligned. Our life paths are not aligned. And so I go bye bye. Right? Like people are very clear about who they are. So but a man who says, I love commitment, I have been married, I love the concept of marriage, and yes, divorce was awful but I put it behind me and I'm ready to commit again. Music to my ears, and it's music to most women's ears who are intentionally out there dating. And although I do not agree with affairs, despite me being an affair baby, I don't I because my husband has done it and my father clearly did it, and I would never want to bring that kind of hurt to another woman. There are women who definitely prey on married men because they see that man as being able to commit, even if that commitment isn't to them, which is fucked up.
And honestly, and one thing you said, what ladies, and I do say ladies, hopefully they're listening. And if a guy be listening, send the video over to your lady friend who's single, your single lady friends, because we try and put them on game. And I'm gonna be honest with you, honestly, lady, if you could find you a man who's been divorced, right, and he had his moment, right, meaning that he's not mad anymore in the sense, right?
That part, that part, that's important.
That's very important. Yeah, don't catch them right away. Catch them in, a year, 6 months to a year once he has calmed down and got past the whole divorce legal shit. Because that shit will have you stressed. Like you like I'm in a relationship. But once he has calmed down and the dust settled and got his life together, those men know exactly what they want from women. They know exactly what they did wrong in the last relationship. So now what I'm saying is this, they're more intentional on the second marriage. And they know they did wrong the first time. So the second marriage, they're gonna be 10 times better because they want it to work. Now it's not, once again, I always say this, I never speak in absolute. Okay? Because there's people I know been married 3 or 4 times. So I'm not absolute. But most men, they know what they want. When they do step back in, they're more intentional. They're not going to take a lot of shit. So it's going to be very challenging. It's not going to be easy. Let's start right there. They're not going to take a lot of shit. Let's be clear there. So you think you could treat that guy like you treat the single dudes out there? We don't care because we've been through hell and we survived it. Because a lot of men don't make it through the whole divorce process. Some dudes check out. So I'm saying once you make it through that over the hill, there's a lot of things you're not going to deal with. You adjust. It may seem like he's mean, but no, he's been through hell, so he's not going to deal with it again. So the point I'm making is that, but once he's ready, oh, he's going to love the hell out of you. It's going to be the best thing since sliced cheese. You're like, oh my god, she let you go. Sometimes you don't. First time you don't know the first time when you go through the whole process. So it's freestyling. But the second time, you're gonna be the man. But those guys are the best guys. Pause. That was crazy. Crazy.
Listen, you were speaking to women, so we get it. I know you're in Atlanta, but you were speaking to women like me because, interestingly enough, that is on my list. So I carry around a list of qualities and things that I desire in a man, and on my list is a man who is divorced. I said he is either divorced or he was in a long-term cohabitation relationship, like a common law marriage, right? And they separated. I prefer a divorced man who is ready to marry again. That is actually my preference. And when I'm dating men now, that is one of the questions I ask, whether they've been previously married and how they feel about divorce. I try to stay away from men who have never been married because again, the gentleman I was talking to telling me he was scared of marriage, I was like, no, no, like you've got, you're trying to figure it out, and I just can't help you. And that's the part about, here's the thing about love. You have to be willing to get hurt to love someone. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, you gotta step out in faith, and you just gotta get out there. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. If it's easy, everyone be happy. Matter of fact, it wouldn't be a show because we both be still married XYZ. So it's not easy. So let's start right there. If it was that easy, every woman in the world would be married. Women on BBLs, would be none of that crazy shit. Everybody be happy. So you gotta put work in. It's not easy. Trust me, it's just not easy.
It isn't an easy thing, and it's funny because it was my therapist that I had this conversation with, and she had to drill that into me because that was difficult. I won't lie, that was a very difficult concept for me to be ready to put myself in a situation for another person to hurt me. But that's what love is. That is, and again, I talk about it in my book, No Handouts for Black Girl, about falling in love and basically taking your heart and giving it, holding it in your hand and giving it to someone else, praying that they don't drop your heart. Because we all know once our heart stops beating, that's it, we're done, it's over. And so you're giving your most vital organ to somebody, asking them to protect that. That's what love is. And this is why for me, like this topic is so important because there are people out there saying, I love you too, but they don't trust each other.
That part right there. Hmm.
So you don't trust this person with your most vital organ. Again, our brains can stop functioning and we are still alive.
Right.
Understand that. Our brains can stop functioning with the love. Our hearts stop beating and we are gone. There is
Right.
no more us on this earth. So that thing that beats, and when you fall in love with someone, you ever feel that kind of that extra beat in your heart when you're around that person or that first moment. The way that person makes you feel physiologically is unlike anything you've ever felt. Or if you're dating multiple people and then you fall in love with this one person, those other people don't even compare to this person because, and your heart starts to tell you. And when your heart has ever been broken, you know the pain your entire body feels because this one organ is in pain. So you're telling me you're going to give this most vital organ to someone you don't trust? How is that love?
Mm. Makes sense.
It is not, I do not believe it is a word that we should just be going around and using because it's an appropriate, I feel like some people feel like it's an appropriate time to tell this person I love them.
Hmm.
We've been dating for a few months now. I should love them, right? We've been kicking it. It's been like 6 months. We do all these things together. I, I'm pretty sure I love them.
Mm, maybe for you, in a sense, right? I'm saying this because um, I'm just freshly out of my situation, right? So for me to meet somebody new and already dropping that the love letter, or you know what I mean, like that's kind of too soon. And on top of that, too, a lot of people, a lot of women, be like maybe you're not ready yet, which can make sense because I'm just freshly out. So once again, it's real tricky from a divorced man. That's 6 months to a year. That's the safe place. A year plus, oh yeah, he's ready. He's good. He got out of the system. But once again, that's still something you don't want felt right away. And because you know what love is and what you've seen, what you've been through it, you'll be slow to get someone that title. forget the whole marriage couple. Like you be, I'm gonna hold off using that word to you because I know what comes with it, and I know what conditional looks like, unconditional. I know it all looks like. So, and that might even question you, and that might be another argument. You love me? Why?
Mm,
And then now we have an argument. I can't believe an argument over love. Well, I just don't use it so loosely. So if you're gonna say it, I need to get a full understanding. What does that mean to you? So I can fully
mm,
understand. Because like you just said, I love her too. So you know what I'm saying? Me saying when I tell a woman that I love her, I'm there telling you I'm marrying you. That's how serious it is when I say it to you. So I just don't say love you and then be like, okay, next week I don't love you. No, I love you. I'm ready to get that last name. Like we're damn near there. But I put a pin in it right now.
You know what? You actually gave me a good segue. I'm gonna play this video. I've been to my better judgment. This is a video, everyone, of me and my now ex fiance talking about um, the relationship with love. Here we go against my better judgment.
Love is a complicated thing. We have a complicated relationship too. The reason I really wanted to do this show called Dear Love was really because we have a commitment to stay together. And love, even though it is part of our relationship, it's not the driving force. Our commitment to stay together is even a bigger driving force than love is. If we're going to talk about changing the conversation around Black relationships, I think clearly one of the things that we really need to delve into is the relationship that people have with love. I think when people go into relationships with love, I don't know if that's ever a question. I know that's a question we've never asked each other. What's your relationship with love?
Oh yeah, no, we've never. This is kind of new,
right?
Kind of uncharted.
Love is a complicated thing. We have a complicated relationship too. The reason I really wanted to.
That part was important. What is your relationship with love? And I don't think it is wrong of you to ask somebody if they say they love you, why?
Right.
Because remember my definition, love is a thought, it is a feeling, and is an action. And I think sometimes the thought and the feeling might come together, or the action and the thought come together, or the feeling happens. But I don't think you will love someone without all three. Now, again, that's Toshiba's definition of what love is. But in addition to that, there are some people who have a faulty foundation of love. Let's think about it. Mad respect to, the quote unquote single mothers out there who are actually raising their children without a father. I'm not talking about you women who are co-parents. You are not single mother. You live in a single income house. I cannot stand it. But for the women who have raised their children without a male figure present, and they have raised a female child without a male figure present, I can tell you my very first love, rest in peace, is my daddy. My daddy walked on water. You couldn't tell me nothing. You still can't tell me nothing about my daddy, and he's been gone for 3 years. That is my daddy. I love my daddy. My foundation of love is based on my love for my daddy. If you have no daddy and you want to love another man, where is your foundation of
Mm.
love?
Where's the foundation
Where's the foundation?
for the ladies?
Yeah, I've never, I have to be, we talked about this. I don't know any woman who doesn't have her father in her life. All of my friends have their fathers in their life.
Well, you're
Most of my friends' family, parents are still together.
right.
So what's your foundation if you don't have a dad? How do you have, it's that first, it's the thing that builds, it's the thing you build upon, right? Any love I've had after the love I have for my father is love that I've built upon. My father was my guiding light of love. I still come back today and think about my relationship with my father and would have worked for my father and all of these things. My father is always the thought in my mind. If you don't have that, how do you build a relationship of love with another person without a proper foundation?
That's tough. That's tough because as a mother, it would be your job to find, not to find, but you should have a male figure in your family, someone that could be a mentor, or someone that your daughter could talk to. You know what I'm saying? Or see what love looks like from a healthy relationship in a sense. That's tough. That's tough
Do you
because
see how difficult that is
it
to
is.
think about?
Yeah, it is. Because if yeah. And that's why you got so many girls run out here. First guy they meet, get pregnant by. He said he loved me, and they thought that's real love. That's not love, boo. He only said love because you went between your legs, lady. You gotta understand. And having our father or brother or cousin, somebody to be real with you, they're gonna let you know, man. We're gonna say what we want just to get that cookie. We are dogs naturally. We all man, we all dogs. Now I'm talking about early one. I'm talking about as mature ones now. But when we're young, in our peak days,
Woof, woof. Woof, woof.
man, sometimes it's man, sometimes in the tube. Come on now, what we talking about? So yeah, we gonna say everything which sounds good, XYZ, and you gonna fall for it. But if you have that father figure around that's putting you, like my daughter, I'm telling her all the stuff they're gonna say to her, it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? I do those stuff now. I take her nice places, you know what I'm saying? I call her Nana Boo Boo, you know, girls little cute names. So when somebody else say it, like, ooh, my dad called me that. Good. That's the reaction I want because I'm being a hater. You ain't gonna send to my big
That
girl.
part.
You know what I'm saying?
That part.
And make her feel all no, no, no. Oh, go to Miami. Oh, my dad take Miami all the time. We go every year. We do a yearly vacation. I know. So if you're gonna do something, we're gonna take you out to Paris or somewhere nice.
Thank you.
But the point,
Do something really special.
right. The point I'm trying to make is that it's very important for fathers who have daughters to really be involved with your daughter's upbringing, her mental, and to have conversation. You know what I'm saying? Start small, little stuff, build that trust so she can come to you about anything. She should be your cheat code when she do start talking to boys or she should be your cheat code. I tell my kids all day, I'm your cheat code. When you start talking, like my son, you talk to girls, I'm your cheat code. When big girls talk to boys, I'm your cheat code. Ask me anything. I don't care. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. But I'll put a pin on it for now.
No, and I would say the same to ladies. Like when I date men, listen, I know people hated this man, but we both loved him. Kevin Samuels was doing a hell of a thing. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels because he was doing a hell of a work in this community. And when he talks about mother wounds and father wounds, these are real things. As a woman, I want to know what a man's relationship with his mother. What kind of relationship did you have with your mother growing up? You
Mm,
know, all of those things. What did your mother teach you about love? What about your mother's relationships did you admire? I need to ask those questions because his foundation of love comes from that. And if he had a complicated relationship with his first love figure, and his first love figure had a complicated relationship with the men or men in her life, that becomes his foundation of love. So his relationship with love, not the people he loves, but his relationship with the concept of love becomes complicated. And therefore, when he has to act, feel, and think about love,
hmm
it may not be aligned with how the woman he says he loves acts, feels, and thinks about love. And so when we're on these shows, ladies and gentlemen, like we want to have these shows because we believe in love and we believe that again. I created this show 4 years ago because I wanted to change the conversation around Black relationships, and I meant it. We are too old in our big age to be going around and throwing words out. And I think we've all been guilty of it. If we want to do it in our 20s and our 30s, Okay. But in our big 40s, we really need to think about one, the people we're bringing in our life, and two, how we are acting with them when they are in our life. And it is okay to realize that someone, I've got great feelings for them. It's not love. It's never going to be love. They got to go. They got to go. Because I'm going to tell you, gentlemen, the worst thing you can do is tell. When you tell me you love me, I expect a lot from you. Why? Because my daddy always showed up for me. My daddy was always there for me. My daddy always gave to me. And my daddy is my foundation of love. And in my foundation of love, here are the things that I expect. I expect consistency. I expect a man of his word. I expect you to spoil me too, because my daddy did. Like there's certain expectations I have when you say you love me. And so your actions must align with the word because again, my foundation of love and my understanding of love comes from my father who was consistent in the way he showed up and loved me.
Mhm.
So if you are inconsistent with love and you know I cannot be consistent in Toshiba's life in terms of the way that I love her. I am not able to show up for her in the way that she expects and anticipates. Leave me the fuck alone.
Leave me the.
Because love, leave me the fuck alone. Because that word love from me comes with expectations. And that's what people have to understand. Love, like comes with, it's like. But do you understand what I'm saying? When you hear that word love, and I'm sure twins, when you told your wife many moons ago you loved her before you married her, you understood that that word came with expectation.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. I didn't feel out there and thought all of a sudden it was just gonna be peachy cream or the sky's gonna turn green and money's gonna fall from it. No. Work had to begin. But I was pretty much but I was definitely just putting a stamp on like how serious and like, no, I'm with you. I'm all in. I'm all in with you. So this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. And that was the case for over 14 plus years. So yeah.
You just hit the nail on the head. And Mr. I see your dating tips early. I see it. We're going to wrap up shortly. For those of you who are new here, we do dating tips at the end of the show. So if you have a dating tip, feel free, like Mr. to put it in the chat and I will read it. But you said something that is so fundamentally important. You said the work begins. The word love and I love you is where that starts. Work begins there because love, again, isn't just a feeling. It isn't just something that floats in the sky and it's just so amazing and you fall into it and you're in it forever. Because if that was the case, there would be no divorce. There would be no divorce attorneys. Like those people would be broke. They would make no money. They would go into a different area of law. Because love isn't just a feeling. Love is work because when you have expectations, like you have expectations at your job, people at my job expect me to show up and do work. And when I do not do the work, I don't have the job. Fact. So now, no, well, no contracts have been signed. So she hasn't brought in any money. She got to go because I'm not meeting expectations. Love comes with expectations. It is not just a word. It is not just a feeling, and it's not just action. It's all three of those things coming together and working cohesively for the sake of that relationship. So I just want, Twin said something again that was so important. When you are in that space where you are ready to even say the word, I love you to someone, think about if that person turned around and said, why do you love me? Are you prepared to answer? And in the words of Kevin Samuels, do not answer and make it about you. Remember when he used to say, tell me why your last relationship broke up without blaming the man? Tell me why you love me without making it about you. I love you because you make me feel. Okay, great. Why do you love me? Not how I make you feel. Because love is already a feeling. So you clearly feel something from me. Do you love me because you admire my resilience
Mhm.
and you understand that a resilient woman is what you need, especially in the world as it is, because love is about ups and downs. And the fact that I show such resilience, you see me as a woman that is beneficial to your life, and you know how important that is. That is an answer. But telling me I love you because you make me feel
Uh-oh.
is not an answer. I'm
Phil,
automatically I'm like I'm out.
the Phil word. Uh-oh.
Right? Like fuck your feelings.
Well, yeah, this is like, yeah, you know what, baby? You know what? Just gonna take it back. We're gonna hold right there. Let's not use that right now. You're not ready for it yet. You ain't ready
You're
for
not ready. You're not, and that's you're not ready for it yet. Imagine if we actually have those level of conversations in our relationship where someone really said, and I know a lot of people would take offense to it. Listen, the way I have put the show together isn't for everybody. Not everybody can be a part of a show called Fuck Your Feelings, and I get it. But I keep it real over here because we have to, at our big age, use logic over feelings in relationships. If you are not ready to name 3 reasons why you love me, don't tell me shit. You're not ready, and that's okay. But I think a lot of us say that word because it's that word that brings people closer to you. You want to keep somebody in your life? I love you. But I love you. I know I said that, but I love you. I know I acted this way, but I love you. I know I cheated on you, but don't leave me because I love you.
it.
A love used wrongly is the most emotionally manipulative word there is in the dictionary.
And dangerous. Yes,
Dangerous.
very.
Dangerous. And so I wanted to have this show because I wanted people to be very thoughtful and mindful about that word because I have to take my own advice. I have learned to be very thoughtful and mindful about that L word because it is the most beautifully powerful, but to Twins' point, dangerous 4 letter word in the dictionary because love can make you walk through walls, but it can make you walk through walls.
Yes, it will.
Same words, different meaning. Right? It is something that can make you feel so empowered, but it is the same thing that can tear you down when it is used incorrectly. So when you are going into these relationships, and I know we're out here because we're talking to you intentional folks, right? When you're intentionally dating these men and these women, before you use the love word, I want you to ask yourself 2 things. What is my relationship with love? And B of that is what is their relationship with love? And ask them, not just think it, ask them. Not not the love I love you love me, the concept of love. And I would suggest you do what I did years ago and actually write a letter to love because when you write a letter to love, you start realizing how you feel about love. And the second thing you want to think about is if I were to tell this person I love them, am I able to answer 3 reasons I love them without making it about me? Because you should be loving somebody for qualities and characteristics that are inherent in them that have nothing to do with you, but that are beneficial to the life you want to lead with them. Does that make sense?
Make a lot of sense. A lot of sense.
That's to me the most powerful type of black love. Because I truly believe when 2 black people come together and love each other, there is nothing we cannot do together. And I'm actually going to go into my dating tips because it's really something I talked about. My dating tip for tonight is without trust, there will never be love. If someone is saying they trust you, that is love. If someone's saying they love you and they do not trust you, run.
Mm.
Because trusting someone else with your heart, your mind, your body, and your soul takes a lot. Just to say the word I love you is not enough. Remember what I said earlier. My heart is the most vital organ in my body. And when I'm giving it to you, I am trusting you not to drop it. So if you are in a relationship and that person keeps saying they love you, but they're exhibiting signs that they do not trust you, or they blatantly said they do not trust you, that is not love and you must go. But the moment someone has given you their trust, mind, body, heart, soul, that is the truest definition of love you will ever find. So be mindful out there of using a word that has the power to harm you, but also has the greatest power to have you harness the best parts of you. So that is my dating tip. Twins, your dating tip for the night.
I'm going to steal something you said about I think twice or maybe 3 times tonight. Maybe twice. You said twice, but it's the word love, right? So, fellas and ladies, because it's both sides. If you say that word, be prepared to respond if they say why, because you like what you mean why? Because I love you. Why? And it's not the fact the person is being mean or being smart. They really
Mhm.
that person who any person who turn around and ask you why, they know their self. They know what they want. They know where they want to go. And they're trying to see if you're really on that same ride with them, or you just temporary because it sounds good, or just because the moment was good, or whatever it may be, and you feel right now is the best time to say love, but do you really mean it? Do you know what comes
Mhm.
with it? Before I say I love you back, because if I say it back, I got a switch I'm about to turn on. Are you sure you love me? So I think it's very important. Like you should have the question in your head already. If you say why, you need to have a good reason why. Or if he says why, you need to give a reason why. And I think it has to be standard across the board. So just don't
Amen.
throw words around loosely without knowing the meaning of it. Always think about what you're about to say. And somebody challenge you, don't get mad. You get challenged, just answer it. And if it's genuine, if you really feel that way, they will understand it. But you just can't say, "Cause I love you." That's not enough. Oh, they respond like that. Oh, okay, cool. I got my dad's calling me, or you know what I mean. Peace. Where's your bathroom at? Pew. Nah, get out of there. But that's my dating tip.
Amen to that. And Mr. I haven't even read your dating tip. I'm going to read it now. Dating tip. No man wants to commit to a woman who constantly has one foot out the door when something goes wrong, especially not for marriage. Learn to work through problems in a healthy manner. Preach and amen to that. And that requires commitment and not just love. Hold on. I'm seeing some comments. I am saying that. So they're saying, is she saying, and I'm assuming I am the she, saying a person who isn't healed from their past, affecting trust does not have the ability to truly love. This is just Toshiba's opinion. And how can you? How can you, and I'm sorry, I can't see the name of the person right now on my screen, but how can you truly love without trust? They're, it's incompatible. I can't love you but not trust you. Loving requires trust because, again, I'm giving you my most vital organ. The most vital thing I have in my heart. When my heart stops beating, I go bye bye. I am deceased. And I'm going to give that to you without trusting you. I, that people would say that's kind of ass backwards. So I would start with the foundation of trust before I even get to love. Because it's, what's so funny, I saw something the other day, and this is how I'm going to leave off. A woman wrote in talking about her boyfriend, okay? And she and her boyfriend have been together for a year. They now live together. She has a teenage daughter, and her boyfriend called her to say that he wanted to take the teenage daughter out to a movie. And she said no. And she wrote in saying, I don't understand why my boyfriend is insisting that he spend alone time with my daughter. We might be together, but I don't even trust him like that. In her phone, because I look at everything, in her phone, for her boyfriend's name, it says my heart.
Hmm.
So you don't trust the man you refer to as your heart. I refer to my daughter as my heart outside my body, because that's literally what my daughter is. She's the epitome of a love that I have. You do not trust this person along with your daughter, but you say you love them? I know about you twins, but that seems ass backwards in my mind.
It is.
We
Totally.
can have sex, we can live together, you can contribute to my household, you can do all of that. I can do it, but I do not trust you around the most precious thing I have in this world, but you are my heart. What?
Mm.
Trust without love without trust is nothing. Love, and I'm going to repeat it. Love without trust is nothing. You can keep it. Keep it. Don't bring it anywhere near me. And I would, and I'm sorry, I can't see your name again. It won't show me your name, but I would say to you, if you're in a situation where you're saying that you love someone and you don't trust them, or someone is saying it to you, then you need to reevaluate that love. You don't have to take it from me, um, but I would. I'm kind of smart or whatever. But that's that. That's it. I think that's the last comment for the night. I don't think I have missed anything. I want to thank everybody who's joined us. As usual, Mr. Mister, I appreciate you. Thank you. That was an amazing dating tip. If you're new here, please like, share, subscribe, set your notification bell so you can come on and join us. Every week we put the link to join in the comment section. So if you're ever in a space where you want to join the conversation, we welcome respectful discourse here. We do not run away from it. You don't have to agree with us. We definitely want to hear your opinion because, again, I created this show to change the conversation around Black relationships because the more Black people who get back to loving and marrying each other, the better it is for our current generation and future generations to come. So we appreciate you. We thank you. Come back next week. Again, like, share, subscribe. Twins, final word. Peace.
I ain't got nothing, man. I ain't got nothing tonight. I'm just happy to be here.
He's happy to be awake. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Have a good night.